Recorded live from the G.O.T. Sound Studio in Columbia, South Carolina. This is the All About Nothing podcast. The views expressed on this program are the opinions of the hosts. Listeners are encouraged to follow the show on Twitter at AAN_pod or at theallaboutnothing.com. You can email the show at theallaboutnothing.com. You may also call and leave the show a message at 803-672-0533. Thank you for listening.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the All About Nothing podcast, episode 73.
73?
We're getting way up there.
73? We missed the 70 milestone.
Yeah, we did miss a 70 milestone.
We're not missing 75.
It was awkward, actually. There was only one of us here.
It was me.
It was bound to be. So, Barrett Gruber here, joined always by Zach King and Trent Clark. We have a guest this week. We got Keith.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
And honestly, I wanted to say your last name, but
Whitaker. It's all right, man. It's
there
been
you
a
go.
while. It's been a while.
It has been a while, so we're welcome.
This is a special edition of the Anything Goes podcast.
Oh, shut up. We started that, and we did a few episodes, just never carried on with it.
I only got to listen to one episode.
I have like a couple on my Google Drive.
So you just haven't loaded them out
Yeah,
there?
well, yeah.
Oh, not appropriate.
No.
Fair enough.
No.
I mean, hey, at least you know your limit.
It devolved quickly. It was hilarious.
It went off
Don't
the
get me
rails,
wrong.
yeah.
But it was.
Get Buried Alive story is about the funniest thing, but it's definitely
The
not
buried
appropriate.
alive story.
Who got buried alive?
No.
Nobody. It was just like a what if scenario.
Yeah.
We just
You
carried
marveled
on.
your own
So
Yeah.
yeah, we were saying,
series.
what would you do if you were buried alive? And then like,
That's a great question.
yeah, like what would be your first like instincts and stuff like that?
Well, okay. I guess, what am I? Okay. So just,
You're
I
in a
assume,
box.
Okay, I'm in a box.
Yeah. You can pick what kind of box outside of it being a cardboard box. Cause that
Sure.
would be,
There's no way structurally that would support. I assume I'm just buried in dirt.
Oh no, they have big cardboard boxes.
Yeah,
There's
no,
no way
you're-
structurally that's going to hold
Oh
up.
yeah, they will. Have you seen the refrigerator boxes that come in?
I mean,
Yeah.
all right.
That's not gonna.
Shit,
How much pounds? Like 6.
that will hold a body, a big body too.
What 6 foot dirt on top
I'm
of
not
you?
concerned about space.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't say it was a proper burial either. We didn't say somebody was gonna come dig
Yeah,
8
we did
feet
leave
straight
it.
down. Y'all
Yeah.
didn't say how far we're
Well,
down.
that's what it is. You're down. Let's say 8 feet covered.
Okay.
But
Who
then
has that time?
someone's real pissed
Undertakers.
at you for something. Yeah.
They get paid for it.
But the thing was, is like we started making jokes, and like I think this one's fine to tell. It was just funny. I was like, "What if you were buried with a chick?" And this is before he was married and stuff like that.
Oh, no, so do tell.
Yeah. And then he was like, "I'm buried alive. I'm not getting out. I'll just look at her and maybe see if she wanted to do something." And I was like, "That's what you're gonna do with your time left? Is be like,
What else you got to do? I mean,
Yeah.
enjoy the last moments.
And then
if you
I
can. That
was-
was my process.
Like
of
I was
thought.
like, so to sum it up, I was like, "We're buried alive, baby. Let's fuck."
And then, but the thing
now
was,
we're- so now-
the cell phone's like,
Yeah.
hey, I want to call somebody. He's like, if you need to call somebody, you better tell me now.
Yeah.
Just
So
if
we
you
get
listen
out
to
of
it.
here.
So
it's
it went
better.
from buried by yourself to buried with your girl.
With a girl
or
or
a guy,
whatever.
yeah, whatever.
Oh,
So now
man.
I'm assuming
You ever
it's
played
a
a what if
studio
with-
apartment.
I mean,
It was-
yeah,
it
but
was like
that is
If you-
buried with a girl.
or a guy, like if you're buried with somebody,
Oh man,
one of you can survive a little bit after eating.
it's gonna be like the Titanic. Somebody's gonna have to die.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna have to die.
Wait, are you talking about like the
Like
the board?
either Rose
Hold
or
on. Are you assuming someone's going to have to eat someone else?
well, either use their body to help push off to get. You know what I'm saying? I gotta use.
Hey,
you.
it's taking them out because they're taking my air.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Cardboard
So
box.
just be real, guys.
I don't know if we should keep going because this might be
Yeah.
self-incriminating just in case somebody needs to bury
Yeah, there's
somebody.
gonna be a
So
trial
let's
later.
segue into something else, man.
But
Sorry
see,
to take
Now
y'all
I
on a
see
tangent.
why y'all didn't come out with it. Okay, I see what y'all was trying to do. They tried to cancel us, Barrett.
No.
no, but the what if stories can make for good conversation. So
That's
I love
true.
those.
Okay, what if? You
So-
ready?
Shit.
Oh,
Can I give him something?
you are welcome to give him something if you'd like.
All right.
Would you marry Bill Gates or Oprah?
Oprah.
And you had to
Oprah.
marry one.
Oprah.
Oprah.
Okay.
You're in a room full
God,
of
there's
men.
so many things I want to say. I know I can't say it.
Why would I
I
marry Bill Gates? This is
Hey
gonna
man,
be that would
Bill Gates is richer.
marrying Bill Gates would not even be the weirdest thing. Like hanging out with Bill Gates all the time. Like, what are you doing today, Bill? He's like, I'm reading about the Ebola strain that could. Like, I'll be like, Bill, You never touch me anymore.
Oh man.
Never touch me anymore, Bill.
You have like 25 Zune
calls.
Yeah. No, Zune. Remember the iPod thing?
Yeah, the Zune
Yeah.
iPod. Yeah,
Oh,
Like,
man.
let
He
it go,
still got
Bill.
one of those?
Yeah, he's like got like
I have one in
25
the drawer somewhere.
concepts.
I got I got the little little
iPod.
Little
yes,
square.
the one before you can make calls on it.
You talking about the one that's like this
Oh,
big?
iPod Touch.
Oh,
Oh no.
It's really scary. I don't know.
It has a color screen and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's iPod Touch.
Okay.
I thought you were going with the iPod Shuffle.
Yeah.
Oh
I have
no,
one of
Yeah,
those.
like a
the little
little-
square thing.
Yeah,
Nah,
you clip it
I
on
hated
your-
those.
No.
You never knew the next song.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought that was the whole reason it was called a shuffle.
Uh,
You loaded music on it, hit play, and it just shuffled. Right?
No, I want to know what's coming next.
That is the premise of their design.
I
That's right.
figured that's what it was for.
And then they made it so bad that now you can change the song like this at one point. I mean,
I remember.
you?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
was a
don't
feature
think
they added into it.
I don't think I was aware of that.
See, they don't tell you.
That was after my time.
The things people.
Nah, that was.
Yeah, Barrett. No, when Barrett got out of high school, they were still using Walkman and
No,
stuff
no, we
like
still had roaming bands that would just come around and make requests.
You guys, I
Beepers.
got a new 8-track.
Beepers.
You're gonna put it in
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
Beepers.
8-track stories. Those will go a long way.
Cassette players are the 8 tracks of our day.
Yeah.
No,
You say ours,
I
so
had
what
eight-
do you
I had
what do you
8
think?
That's
tracks.
inclusive to all of us because we both all of us experienced cassette tapes.
That's true.
We're in
Right,
our 30s.
right, okay.
Early 30s.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
30. I
that's-
just hit 30.
Well, I'm 33, so what?
Oh yeah,
You're
you're right
all
there. I just wanted to make sure
Yeah.
you said. I just want because we
You're
don't
inclusive,
know.
but I'm inclusive with everybody at the table right
I'm
now.
just glad they brought vinyl back because now I can say,
That
"Oh,
is a
vinyl!
thing.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
a lot of vinyl."
I have vinyl
Hold on.
too.
So
I
does the old?
had
So if
it.
you buy a new record player, does it play old vinyl?
yeah.
It does.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Same concept.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know if
Just
you
a
had
little
to.
Yeah, as far as
I mean,
understand.
because I see they be like making new records.
Yeah. Well,
So I didn't know, like, and they be doing old records too. So I didn't know if you had to a specific one. So I didn't know I can get like a new one that's possibly Bluetooth or something like that.
You know,
also with
I'm
it, you
sure
know,
they
there's
actually
some-
do. I
there's
would
some
not be
stupid shit.
surprised for that. Yeah.
My turntable has a Bluetooth in it.
See what I mean?
oh,
See,
okay. Mine does not.
I didn't know if you could play older records, like if you had like an old Earth, Winds, or Fire.
Barrett actually has a Victrola.
Yeah, you gotta wind it up. and- Speaking of things that are old, watch this segue.
Okay.
Tim Tebow signed with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yes.
So I just want to go through the progression of Tim Tebow. He goes from national championship Florida to the worst team in NFL, the Jets, over to the Broncos, where they almost made it into the playoffs.
And
They did some things.
They cut that man's hair like Friar Tuck.
Yeah.
Little monk thing, the ball top. Y'all remember that?
And then he gets cut. Well, because he didn't want to be anything but a quarterback, so he gets cut. And then he goes and pays a couple $1 million to have a bunch of scouts come out there and watch him hit some baseballs.
Yeah.
So he joined the Mets and then failed upwards through the Mets. I'm just making sure I get all this right.
Oh no, you're right there.
And then through his failure has now joined once again the worst team in football. Am I
Aren't they
right?
the worst?
Jacksonville Jaguars had the #1 pick. Statistically,
they're
they
the
are.
worst.
Okay, but their team is not that bad. They sucked on purpose to get Trevor.
Nobody
They've been
sucks on purpose.
They've been sucking
Yes,
for
they
a few
do.
years.
In the NFL, you do suck on purpose to get a better pick.
Like Colts sucked for luck.
I can see this.
Yeah,
strategy,
right.
man.
that happens.
I have to assume that the only reason that they definitely went after Trevor was
The
because
Knicks
they're
did
trying
it.
to.
The Knicks been doing it for years. They've been fucking y'all head up. The Knicks been like, yo, we're really bad. We're really bad. But they've been getting
I
number one
I don't
picks
think
after
the
number
Knicks.
one
I don't
pick.
think the Knicks are concerned about being moved to London.
But
I mean,
if you're
I feel you.
good at
Yeah,
any point,
that's a
Trent,
thing.
Jacksonville could move to London. Well, not the city. But
They're not gonna take
I
it
know
from
what you
Duval
mean.
County.
Oh,
you don't. You.
It'd be no Jacksonville if it was in Duval County.
If the
what
point
is Jacksonville now? Sorry, go
it-
ahead.
the point of your team, if you get to a point where you're like, all right, we suck, but we need to start like really sucking.
Yeah.
Like the replacement's bad. Like
Yeah.
you
a
do
good
suck.
movie.
If you're doing that, you do suck. And heck, they might be really good this next year.
They're gonna be really good.
You really think so?
Yes,
There's
I'll
too
be
many
really
variables.
impressed.
bro. Trevor with any receivers, bro.
No,
Any
Trevor
receiver.
with Clemson's receivers.
No,
I
any
gotta-
receivers.
And ETN.
Any
That's
receivers,
ETN.
bro. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, any receivers.
Who's their running back?
Don't know. Don't care.
It was Leonard Fournette, but you just give that away too.
And he just won a ring.
Yeah.
He did just win a ring.
That's when you know you made bad moves as a general manager or whoever else is going to sit there and Jerry Jones it up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, So, yeah, my assumption is that Tim Tebow is continuing to fail up. At the age of, 33, 34, something like that now, he's joined Jacksonville Jaguars. Finally admitted that he is not a quarterback, that tight end is going to be the best he's going to be able to do.
Well, Aaron Hernandez gave him pointers before he died. That's facts. It's a picture online. He was like, "Look, man, you don't have to come back after I die.
You should be a tight end.
You can be a tight end, man. It's your game.
You got anything to say before
You can do the tight end throw. They don't have a tight end throw in football.
Does it look like a layup?
Probably. It'll work. It won
Quit doing
championships.
You're not Pat Mahomes. Don't jump shot anything.
All right, from Tim Tebow, we're going to move to
Where?
Colonial Pipeline
Okay.
situation. Did anybody have any car issues this week?
Car issues? No.
I made it to work with 3 miles in my tank. Or
That's
3
not
miles,
bad.
like, to be empty. Well, if it's 6.0 GTO. It kind of makes it a little difficult, but beyond the point.
yeah, that would
That
make
was
it
that was a
difficult.
rough morning. Other than that, I have not too much trouble just seeing people freak out on Facebook.
Yeah, legitimately, I filled up on Monday morning not knowing anything about it. I didn't pay any attention to any news. I knew we weren't doing a show last week. I didn't look anything up. I fill up for work at the Costco and paid $1 or $2.44 a gallon.
I'm about to say, if you say you pay $1, tell me where.
Exactly.
Because God, dog.
I
It's
I
half
did not
water.
pay that this week.
I showed up to work, and the first thing that happened is my supervisor comes in and he's like, "Do you have any issues getting gas this morning?" And I said, "No, why?" He said, "You didn't hear about the pipeline?" And I said, "No." I said, "I haven't heard about a pipeline."
It's the Russians.
Well, yeah, that's not how it got spun initially. It got spun as, oh, Biden's just trying to hurt the southern states that didn't vote
Oh
for
my
him.
God, the people, the things.
Yeah,
What do you mean Georgia turned for him?
yeah.
Not all of it.
Basically, not the whole
Virginia
thing,
didn't
but-
go for him. Georgia didn't go for him.
What's
But
that-
you
that
knew those
green
states
thing?
weren't. You knew South Carolina wasn't turning.
Yeah.
Lindsey Graham.
He didn't win by that much in Georgia in South Carolina.
I know.
He
but
really didn't.
It's just scary, man.
Well,
it's just scary.
If we would have gotten what's his name, Jamie,
Yeah, Jamie Harrison.
Yes.
But
yeah.
it turned.
he could have been out there pushing just
Probably,
like Stacey
probably.
Abrams did
I
for
can see
Georgia.
that.
So for those that don't know, the Colonial Pipeline attack by Russian hackers, a group called DarkSide, was paid $5 million after performing a ransomware attack.
Yeah.
In reaction to the ransomware attack, Colonial Pipeline completed shutdown procedures of the transportation of gasoline and jet fuel. Ultimately, the company paid the ransom. And then the hackers provided the operators with the decryption tool to restore the disabled computer network. Apparently, the tool was so slow that they actually brought the system back up with their backup system.
So let me ask you a question.
They paid money for nothing.
They paid the money. And
Yeah,
then
because it's what somebody told me is the memory in our phone was bigger than what they stole from them. Like the memory in our phone
the amount of information.
is basically in our phone.
So
It's
like
amazing
small
what
size.
companies don't put into their
their own
infrastructure wise.
security.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, and
You got to be proactive instead of reactive. That's just how I see
and
it.
ransomware
totally
is the
agree.
most hilarious form of.
It's
just
the funniest
extortion.
thing, and the government can't do nothing about it.
my own server at home that I keep my I keep all of my data on. It got ransomware. I had one specific text message or text file on every single folder that said, "Hey, we've gotten into your system. We've zipped everything up in 7-zip, and if you pay us through a Bitcoin, then we'll unlock everything."
A Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I don't know how much they were
Probably.
asking for. It was less than a Bitcoin. It was like a 0.23 or something.
Yeah.
Still over $1,000.
Yeah, and ultimately, I have all that stuff backed up anyway, so I just went through and deleted everything, and then restored it from whatever, and then updated my passwords and whatnot.
And they were like, hoisted onto my own petard.
I don't think I assume they don't even know. Like, but the whole like our backup files of the website for All About Nothing podcast that they got that, but it's like, well, I'll just restore it from what I have online,
Right.
which is
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the end, it didn't cause me anything but a headache of maybe a couple hours of deleting and restoring.
One of my clients, they years ago they were ransomware at their hospital.
Oh yeah,
So it was
Yeah.
like, what?
yeah.
You guys are real jerks. I mean, if you're doing it to an oil company,
I mean, make an effort and do some good with it instead
Yeah.
of just being
Yeah.
greedy.
Yeah. Well, so $5 million ultimately
I mean,
was.
we don't know
all
where the
it took.
$5 million is going.
You're right.
Okay, so here's the other thing.
We
As
don't
far as
know.
I understand, yeah, I agree with you on that.
So as of this Saturday morning, yesterday, a lot of stations are still without gas. You're still driving around. You're still seeing bags on the
Go
on
to
the
truck
tanks.
stops.
All
All
right, is
truck
that where they
stops always have gas.
Price
Commerce,
ranges anywhere from $267 to $299 around town here in Columbia. But as supply returns, prices should begin to float back to the national average or below. President Biden did state that the U.S. does not believe that the Russian government had any involvement in the Colonial Pipeline attack. Russian President Putin has said to be pouting.
I mean,
ultimately, what happens in Russia that Putin doesn't know about?
Nothing.
Right.
But the stranglehold they have on their internet, like we talked before, the Russian government said when Elon Starlink comes over here, y'all aren't getting on it.
Right.
So all these hackers from Russia just have some massive workaround, or he's just lying.
I assume he's lying.
He's always lying. They know everything that goes to Russia.
Yeah.
I don't think
Everything.
Putin's the one lying about it. I think Biden's the one that's lying about
Oh,
it.
no. Putin knows too. Everything that goes through Russia, Putin knows about it.
Yeah, ex-KGB agent. I mean,
yeah,
come
man.
on. You don't
Nothing's
get there.
not a rock is gonna be unturned. From him.
My theory is that President Biden's just taking a swipe at Putin to say he doesn't know what's going on in his own country.
No, he's scared of him like Trump was.
You think so?
Yes.
Well, I don't think Biden has
Every
pissed
president is scared of Russia, bro.
I don't know that it's a fear thing.
It's always a fear thing.
They're scared of the overwhelming conflict. If anything, we're really
Yeah.
set off. They're not Russia as an individual country.
Yeah.
But what the fallout of what
happens?
because Russia has a lot of influence in the Middle East.
Well, they're
doing that on purpose.
At one point, they were running our guys off the street in Crimea and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. Ultimately, the pipeline pretty much only caused panic buying here in the states. Well, here in the southeastern states, and not only gasoline, not only gasoline that was available, but retail locations, hardware stores experienced higher volumes of sales of gas cans, ultimately leaving shelves bare. But when gas containers ran out, the human ID 10T errors went to buying anything they could, that they assumed would hold gasoline.
I seen a plastic bag.
Hefty.
Here's a list of things that Walmart ran out of. You had large storage containers, mason jars, Glad Flex trash bags, laundry baskets, Publix recycled clothing grocery bags, Walmart plastic bags, and condoms.
Wow.
Condoms.
This is totally unrelated, but
I mean, if you can't go nowhere, you're gonna be fucking.
Essentially,
So I guess you got a point.
Yeah.
Grab all the condoms because you know you're not going nowhere.
But I think it's so funny when a squirrel farts in the woods and America just thinks it's Mad Max time.
Oh yeah.
The last of the V8s and all this shit.
I love that reference from my stepfather.
Yeah.
The squirrel farting in the woods. Every time the power went out, that's what he would say.
That's
Damn, that is funny.
Some of the individuals that brought about their own demise. One was a stupid person involved in an individual. They were in Homosassa, Florida.
Always in
I
Florida.
lived in Florida.
It's
never
got to
heard
be.
of it.
It's got to be a Florida.
And
thing.
it's a place that has some indigenous name that no one can.
Yeah.
Probably had 10 bags of trash back there, just filled with gasoline, and was like, "I got mine."
Yeah. Well,
Poetic justice.
This individual filled 4 large containers of gasoline. They were approved, they were normal gas containers, 4 large ones they filled, put into the back of their H2 Hummer. And then when they got into their vehicle before pulling away from the gas station, they lit a cigarette in the car.
I told you. See, I ain't even know the story. You can't make this up, man.
No,
And again,
natural selection, man.
You
we
are
need
the
to let it
crispy
run
Florida
its
man.
course
Well,
sometimes.
and again, because in Florida, the individual refused transport to the hospital and was able to walk away with severe burns.
The ambulance rides is expensive, man.
That's true.
$5 grand.
They just paid $900
At least.
in gasoline.
Yeah.
And they lost their Hummer. Yeah. A hotel in Covington, Louisiana had guests complaining about a gas odor where first responders found a guest who was storing gas cans in their room.
Oh, my God.
Fire department responded with a message to, in all caps on their Facebook page saying, "We urge everyone to practice safety when storing gasoline. Please do not store gasoline inside. Gas must be stored in well-ventilated areas and in proper containers."
The American infrastructure has failed people.
Yeah.
Like,
You have to tell grown-ass people
this.
this.
Like,
Yeah.
People in a mass are goldfish. They're 3 seconds at a time.
And not even like goldfish that swim, like
Yeah, yeah.
like the actual goldfish, the baked cheese that just expands in water.
It's just ridiculous. People, oh my god.
dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
Words cannot explain. the
that's why
stupidity
it's
of
terrifying
people.
just to drive down the interstate.
Yeah.
you're like, oh my God, these are the people that might have gas in their.
You're right. Exactly. You're right.
Exactly. Please, anyone.
You're right.
Anyone that's carrying gasoline, please do it between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. so that I'm not at the road.
Damn, Barrett, you just fucked my life up.
If you could do it only between those hours.
I'll go to work at 5 o'clock. What are you doing?
Yeah. South Carolina was not going to be left out of the stupid, though. Pickens County Sheriff's deputy saw a vehicle that had been reported stolen and pursued a 2007 Pontiac G7. The chase began with deputies reported the vehicle lost control, left the road, and flipped. The car then caught fire, where law enforcement reported multiple explosions as the 28-year-old woman, Jessica Dale Patterson, escaped from the vehicle with her body on fire. Deputies were able to extinguish the flames. She told police that she had several containers of gasoline in the trunk. The woman is survived by only her stupidity.
Oh my God!
End quote.
That's and Trent, you know I pointed at you, right?
I know, man.
Is Pickens County where? Oh, well, they didn't say that she was a graduate of Clemson.
She did not graduate. She was on the outskirts.
They still have basket weaving as a degree.
It probably had Tiger Paw stickers all over that thing. They're just like, stay back, boys.
Ipte, all over it.
Probably a South Carolina fan living in Pickens County.
I plant taters on
Do they have those?
Yeah, they do have those.
Oh my God.
A couple of them.
Ultimately,
I'd be in hell.
I don't know for certain. I didn't check the gas station across the street coming in, but I assume that we're going to start seeing gas. They said it may take up to 2 weeks before we actually see gas stations with full tanks and whatnot. I know the Gas Buddy app, it actually now has indicators to tell you whether or not they have gas.
I need to get on that.
Yeah, they have power or they have diesel. Like those three, they have little symbols under each one.
That's another story I heard. A woman had to put a tweet out explaining her stupidity that, hey guys, diesel doesn't work in your car.
Oh
no, the nozzle won't fit. It's a different. How did she do it?
She just pushed it against the hole. And
and it just probably went everywhere.
Funnel?
She just like, fuck it.
Like, yeah, dude. No,
I got this oil filter. Diesel's kind of got a lot of oil in it. It's all made from the same thing.
She was like, do y'all sell funnels in there?
You know they do. I don't think I've ever been to a gas station that didn't have a funnel.
Think about the gas station people in there this week. They probably were like, bro, these motherfuckers buying everything.
Oh, dude, can you imagine when they realize they're out and somebody had the race fuel pump? Like, someone definitely went to the race fuel pump and has ruined their fuel system.
Oh, I'm sure.
Had to purge the lines. I had a second cousin who did that. One of the
Are you talking about the difference in like basic to premium?
Oh no!
Race
fuel. Certain
okay.
gas stations will have race fuel.
I got you. Right.
Like Shell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it?
The pit stop
Pit
stop in Ballantyne has a race fuel pump.
Okay.
But your car has to have the right compression ratio and everything to be ready for that. So it'll pre-detonate. It's gonna ruin everything. Just not
burning your hose.
Don't do it.
No, it's like
don't do it to people.
Trying to put kerosene in your gas tank or something.
I imagine there were some people that tried to put kerosene.
We just ain't hear about it.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet, because it's usually those stories start out as I don't know what's going on with my car, but when I went to the gas station on Thursday,
they ran out of gas, so I just had the STP fuel cleaner and just kept putting that filled it up with sea foam.
How expensive could that possibly be?
Oh my god!
$5 for a can? Yeah, you're not getting far.
I can't. For the life of me, I still don't understand these individuals that go out there and they panic buy everything. Like, it doesn't matter whether it's gas or toilet paper.
Why we're here?
You know what I wish they start panic buying?
The milk?
Toothpaste. I wish people would start panic buying toothpaste.
I thought you was about to say
always a reserve
Patreon. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. If you, I haven't even mentioned that.
Go ahead, panic buy that.
Yeah. I guess I should take care of some business real quick.
I'm out of the loop on this. What's going on?
Well, as we have started a Patreon site so that individuals, if they'd like to become members of the All About Nothing podcast, then for either $3, $5, $15, whatever a month,
we'll eat if we meet a goal, Trent will eat a tube of toothpaste.
Oh, that would be.
And Zach will finally cut his beard.
Oh.
If you eat a tube of toothpaste, I will definitely shave.
Hey,
my
Trent,
beard.
all we gotta do is just.
I'm not eating it.
See, we're making.
I'm not eating
these are all out.
Clearly, the toothpaste says it will kill me if I eat enough.
That's true.
Why would you want me to do?
Does it?
Yeah, too much fluoride will kill you.
Oh, okay, so then it would just be like every episode, like, all right, Trent's going to do the episode.
Trent,
you want me to just come in here and brush my teeth? I don't have a problem doing that. That's fine.
So basically, if you enjoy this little thing we do, you can consider becoming a patron of the show by visiting our website and clicking on over to the Patreon page. You can find details there to become a supporter or even an enhanced supporter. You can check out the benefits there, and you just consider donation. Then you can do that as well. So there's one-time donations. But we enjoy doing this, but we also enjoy doing it with some sort of recognition.
Yeah, if you're good at something, don't do it for free.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it is free. But
Yeah,
the kindness of your
We
heart.
just,
gotta
we
work
might
up.
give
Yeah,
bonus
fair enough.
episodes.
We're gonna-
soon
yeah,
and
we're gonna-
stuff
we
like
will,
that,
yeah.
you know?
I'm definitely
Certain interviews might
I'm
have to be on
definitely
there.
Considering adding an extra feed that would be only available to Patreon listeners. So that will do.
OnlyFans.
Well, his OnlyFans page,
Yeah, I told you my toes is going crazy on OnlyFans right now.
as always, also want a special thanks to Nick, the geek engineer and producer of G.O.T. Sound Studio here, owner and operator. Want to make sure that if you want to, you can book time here. Call 803-243-2302, or you can email GOTsounds at theallaboutnothing.com. 2 hour minimum on bookings. You can find details on Facebook. Just search for GOT Sound Studio. Business out of the way.
Yeah.
How was your week?
You really want me to say I got hit by a car?
No, honestly,
Did you get hit by a car?
you're not the only one that had an odd, difficult week. I mean,
No.
yours.
I just moved the camera and got yelled at for it. So, that's how it works.
Wait, what camera?
the security camera outside. Trent and I were going up and down the ladder and moving the camera so that it wasn't pointed down at the door. It's now pointed towards the parking lot. So if anybody messes with vehicles, it's
We know.
It's on camera.
Yeah, it's on camera.
We'll put that feed out there on the Patreon. So I'm kidding. I'm joking.
We'll let y'all know who's here and who's not here. We'll let you know when Zach shows up and when he doesn't show up.
Yeah,
You're not going to know what I'm showing up in.
You're right. Not for a couple weeks, at least. So how long are you going to have that?
That until next Wednesday, but they paid my car off and then gave me a good bit extra.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Okay.
What are you considering?
man, I don't know. I've never been in a wreck.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know if y'all have or not, especially not one that totaled a vehicle.
It's been 2.5 decades for me.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I'm still literally
knock on
having
wood.
PTSD.
I don't know if this is real wood, but we can knock on it.
Yeah.
It's a wood-like product.
Particle board.
Yeah.
whatever.
I have random just anxiety spikes and then like PTSD from it.
Yeah.
And that's been bothering me, but it kind of just brought forward to me that a vehicle is a vehicle. I had to take myself back to when I was walking 3 miles to work every day.
Yeah.
There and then 3 miles back.
Sure.
Having a vehicle that just runs that matters.
Right.
So, and I don't want to be in debt. So my credit score should look a lot better once that clears off of there.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go maybe get something just like a little SUV, kind of like what you're driving. Jeep makes like a little one that's just like the Honda Element almost.
Oh, you talking about the?
yeah.
damn.
I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
so I thought maybe something like that.
Yeah.
I'd like a truck, but trucks, they're so proud of them.
And once you
No
get a
matter
truck,
what.
everybody's gonna use you to move.
Right, dude. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Speaking of, once you get a truck, I have some.
See what I mean?
Uh,
Don't do
The
it.
first day I had that expedition out there, Gabrielle was like, "When you pick up Eden, I need you to load the big bassinet." And I'm like, "Dude,
Are you aware what the gas mileage
Oh,
on that
yeah.
thing is?
that's an EcoBoost. It's not bad."
Oh, is it?
dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Turbo
That helps.
V6, man.
Yeah.
That helps.
Damn.
Yeah, and you can it even had, dude. I don't know
Why
what
don't
it
you just
is.
buy that?
I don't have like literally $50,000
Yeah,
for
that's
that.
it.
That truck has air conditioning seats.
That's FBI SUV status stuff.
Yeah,
there.
it's but the Enterprise. I've rented from this Enterprise twice, and this one is the insurance had set it up, and they were going to give me the low grade car, whatever. What I totally expected. They always run out of cars when I get there, and they give me what they got. That's what they had. Last time I did that, they ran out of what I requested. They gave me a Cadillac.
Gotcha.
So
Well, I've had the opposite experience with any kind of
just
He probably always gets the Toyota Camry.
yeah.
You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
I mean,
I
nothing
remember.
truly wrong with Toyota Camry. but there's some crap,
I love a Toyota.
regardless.
I got a
But yeah,
Honda.
there's some piece of crap cars that you can get from them, and I always get the shittiest one.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Never
why
the
I
drop
let
tops,
go.
huh?
Never. bro.
Whenever I've rented a vehicle, I've always gone through and looked at the list of the ones that are like the premium ones. Like this one's a Ford Mustang with a convertible, and then this one's got a, whatever.
They won't have
Somehow
those.
I always well, first of all, I've never seen them, but I always wind up talking myself into just getting the 2-door, 45 mile an hour, 45 mile gas range, gas mile per hour, whatever. Whatever.
I want to save this
I'm
week.
not a car guy.
You're all right. I know what you're
drive
saying.
it.
I follow what you're saying, bud. You're all right.
And they took the fun out of it because back in the day, you used to be able to, like, when they released the GT350 and stuff, you could go to
This guy.
Hertz and go get the Hertz GT350, and people
right.
would take them to the drag strip on the weekends and bring them out with blowing out clutches, and eventually they
Oh,
quit
yeah.
doing that.
Yeah, well, that's like that Jeff Foxworthy joke. He says, "Do you want the insurance?" He said, "Hell yeah, I want the insurance because you got a Ford Fiesta out there in the parking lot that's about to see more hang time than a skateboard at the X Games."
Yeah, absolutely.
Always
Yeah.
take the insurance.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, no, it was a tough week this week, and when we come back after the break, we're gonna discuss the Israeli situation because I'm not entirely certain that my opinion matches what everyone else's is because I know Christian values and things like that, and while being a Catholic, I recognize that there's some inconsistencies with that, and we'll do that after the break. But to get into what I'm going through. And I appreciate the concern that you guys have shown about it. Essentially, it's a dumb thing that happened. For 3 or 4 years, I recognized that I would sleep with my left arm bent up underneath my neck, and I have done damage to the ulnar nerve that runs down to my hand.
I do that too. So don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
crap.
Yeah, avoid any sort of compression that's going to extend, yeah.
My arms go numb sometimes when I'm sleeping.
See? Ultimately, so this is the situation. This is a normal hand. This is not normal.
And we're talking about...
There's an indent. Yeah, there's a
Roger that.
concave.
Missing
gotcha.
stuff right
Yeah,
there.
that's muscle that's gone away. So ultimately, after going to a couple doctor's appointments, physical therapist, this past Tuesday, I went in and had some testing where, to describe the testing, essentially they hooked up electric diodes to different places on my hand. And then what I can only describe as being a taser gun.
They're measuring the response muscle.
Yeah. So just a bunch of zaps just to see.
Yeah.
That was the first round. The second round was a doctor coming in using the same diodes. He actually used a needle that was plugged into a computer system that as they do the needle into different parts of my arm and hand, I would move my fingers or I would clench them or I'd move my wrist. And through the speakers of this computer, you could actually hear the static, the resistance of the muscles. So ultimately, it sounds as though it's probably going to require surgery, which it's outpatient surgery. I'm not concerned about it. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
But any surgery is a big deal.
Yeah, I hate going through that.
But outpatient, you're going to be in a doctor's office.
It'll be an
right?
outpatient surgical center.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, not like the
prison
one
or
you would go
something, whatever.
sit down in, but like you're not going to be held up in the
Yeah.
hospital. And
They're gonna put him to sleep though.
I don't know that I need to be put asleep for it.
If they're gonna flip back your arm meat,
Well, what they're gonna do is they're gonna cut.
I
right
would need
here.
to be asleep.
I agree with you. I can't speak for no surgeon or anything, but I would only assume something like that. They would.
I assume.
But I don't.
I have no idea.
You're gonna be
I'll
sleep,
find
man.
out. I have
Yeah,
another.
me too.
You're gonna be asleep.
Well, I'll see if I can get it filmed.
Oh,
That'll be.
that's
part of-
Patreon.
We'll
Killing
add,
me.
we'll add
yeah,
that to
Patreon. Oh, yeah.
You gotta pay for that, baby.
I hate it for you, man.
View Barrett
But
surgery.
If they get you going.
So
good.
that's the thing is that if I go through the surgery and everything, and what they'll do is they'll take the nerve that runs around here and they'll move it over here, and then
gotcha.
it can't be compressed anymore. Some physical therapy and exercise, I
All
should
right, good.
actually
Get it
be
back.
able to get the muscle back in my hand. The difference in grip is basically this hand I was able to do about 150 to 160 pounds of pressure. This one's about 90, so it's about 2/3
Okay.
of what it was before.
And you're not left-hand dominant.
No,
Okay.
no,
That's a fortunate thing.
Do you think this had to play into it?
no, not at all.
Okay. I know you be on the couch. I mean, because it's right there on the bone, so I can see that digging into it.
I can't get this out of my mind about the filming it, Trent. You would have to film it because it would be the funniest shit ever.
No, if I get to film it, I'm gonna be so
No,
pissed
Doc.
because whenever I was trying to film my son being born, they was like, no cameras. You can only take pictures. I can't
What
film.
the hell is that?
Trent, you could be. I can totally.
I mean, but he was C-section,
yeah.
so I
fair
could.
enough.
But that's surgery though.
Yeah, that's
So it's the same thing.
The background noise
I'll
from
just
you
put
would
the
be like,
GoPro
"Oh
on.
my god, oh my god."
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what he would
That's-
say.
that's what I
He'd be
want.
going, "Oh my god."
I want the reaction. You're gonna have
But
to,
Barrett, they fucking you up, bro.
you're gonna have to scrub in and everything.
I might be the dad that has a freaking seizure seeing that.
I'll come in there with the phone.
So last thing
Drop it in there.
Last thing I want to discuss before the break is that just before the show started this afternoon, Trent dropped some news on me that I did not expect. Someone is going to get some swim lessons.
Oh, yeah.
You gonna learn to swim?
Me and my son.
You and your son? Oh,
Good for you, man.
Yep.
I think that's awesome.
That is-
When we starting, hold on. I'll
Next,
let you know.
next step is that kayak.
Hell
Yeah.
no.
Oh, come on.
Let's go rafting, man. Down some rafting.
See, that's the
bro.
thing about it. That's what happens when people drown because they think they can swim and they get out there and they be doing way more than what they think it is.
It's amazing. What
So May 27th through July 1st, I'll be swimming every Thursday.
rock and roll, man. It's amazing some of the people that go into the Navy and not know how to swim.
Bruh, my dad wanted me to go into the Navy, and I was like, "Are you fucking crazy?"
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't know how to swim. They're gonna tie shit to my ankles. I seen the videos.
No.
They used to show that on the commercials, bro.
Well, I've never had nothing tied to my ankles.
That's
But-
some Navy SEAL stuff.
Yeah,
I would assume that's the case.
Navy,
the Guardians,
Navy
the
SEALs,
Coast Guard
I didn't know.
swimmers.
You
I
don't
didn't
you
know.
don't
You're
just
right, you're
join the
right.
Navy.
And so he wanted me to go to the Coast Guards too.
Well,
The same
They
difference.
probably would have did that shit to
The
me.
same difference.
I would have been like, fuck
did
no.
your dad have something against airplanes? He didn't say join the
No,
Air
he was a
Force?
truck driver. That's why I didn't get. I'm like,
So
why
it-
you don't want me to drive trucks?
so a tank was
He
out of the
wants you to do
question.
something more than him.
Yeah,
that's
basically.
just
Hey,
what
look.
But his brother was in the army.
I got you.
I'm proud of you.
saying?
Swimming's a
Oh,
big
man.
deal. Thanks. That's amazing.
I
Basic and
just
Fear
hope
is
I don't
always
drown
hard,
in the
though.
class with my son.
You're not going to.
Yeah.
Bro, they're gonna put you in 3 foot of water and be like, "It's time to swim." Ow!
Meek
was
stand
like-
in this puddle, please.
And not that dog paddle stuff. you guys doing.
It works. It works. I'm gonna show him my dog paddle.
Hey, if it keeps you above water, man, do what you got to do.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You're going to be full-fledged butterfly across the swimming pool.
Michael
I promise.
Phelps.
I told
The
you.
black
what's
Michael
coming. I'm in
Phelps.
there.
There we go.
Me and my
That's
son.
what's coming. I promise. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. All
And then
right.
I'm taking you out, Zach.
Take him out for dinner. I don't understand.
I see this man puke because he gets lake water in his mouth.
I did. I got lake water.
He said, I did.
So
I did.
funny.
100%. I would do that too. Lake Murray is one of the most from Valentine.
Oh, parasites.
Valentine down to the dam.
It's a lot of
Easily one of the
parasites.
Dude,
disgusting.
no, we were out on the lake. I jumped in and it just happened to shoot
That
down
was
my throat. I felt it hit my stomach. I instantly was like,
See, I was telling Barrett, I was like, yo, my son is like one of the people, like, if he, like, he's swimming already, he, like, try to eat the water. He's like, eat
Oh,
the
yeah,
water.
he
I'm
did
like,
say that.
yeah, he tries to
He
eat
did
the
say
water.
that.
I don't understand it either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old is your son?
2.
2.
Yeah.
All right.
That's exciting.
A little man there.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
All right,
again,
roll, man.
again, I think that's exciting. That's great.
We gonna get it, man. Me and my son, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
we're going to that Patreon goal the first time we take Trent out to go swimming.
Now, y'all can get that for the Patreon if y'all want to come out there.
We're
be
happy to
crazy.
film that. Will you let us tie a camera
Hell
to
yeah.
you?
Get you GoPro'd, man.
Hell yeah.
We'll do that.
360 GoPro.
Can I get out there? Wait, where?
Come on. I don't
where,
know.
Where are these classes taking place?
Hold on.
He's looking. I'm just curious.
The PAC,
What- I don't-
Palmetto Athletic Center.
I don't know where that is. Will they let me
neither.
put my kayak in their pool?
Yeah, but I swim, Trent, swim.
I got you, bud.
Come get me. Come get me.
Stretch to yeah.
You got the
Bunch of cord on the
donut.
edge of the pool.
Trent's getting tired. Throw the floaty.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back after this here at the All About Nothing podcast. Hey, everyone. I want to take a quick moment to mention one of our new sponsors, thepaintedmoment.com. That's thepaintedmoment.com. Check this out. Have you ever taken a photo with your phone or digital camera that would look amazing as a watercolor canvas painting? Well, now there's a website ready to take your photo and turn it into digital painted moments. This is how it works. Visit thepaintedmoment.com, follow the instructions, and your digital photo will be enhanced and returned to you with links on where you can have an image printed to canvas or whatever else you'd like to do with it. We've already got a couple of these enhanced photos hanging around the house, and trust me, you'll love what comes out. Thepaintedmoment.com. Create a painted moment in time from your digital photos. Thepaintedmoment.com. Seriously, check them out today. Thepaintedmoment.com. We have to thank our sponsor, G.O.T. Sound Studio, and its owner and operator, Dominique Stewart, better known as Neek the Geek. G.O.T. Sound Studios offers a variety of recording experiences from music, voice, and instrumental recordings and production, as well as podcasts. G.O.T. Sound Studio is located in Columbia, South Carolina, and operated by the most talented producer and engineer in the business. G.O.T. Sound Studio is a Black-owned business. Bring your recording business needs here. You can find details on their Facebook page or by calling 803-243-2302 or emailing gotsounds@theallaboutnothing.com. That's gotsounds@theallaboutnothing.com. You can find links in the Friends of the Pod section of our website. Visit theallaboutnothing.com. All right, Nothingers, I want to cue you in about a friend of the pod, Blank Canvas Brand. If you own a business or restaurant and the time has come to build that unique brand, you have got to get a hold of Blank Canvas Brand. Blank Canvas Brand specializes in brand identity, including logos, business cards, flyers, and anything else to promote your business. And now, Blank Canvas Brand offers printing services to help with your clothing needs, including sports teams. I can tell you from our own experience, Blank Canvas Brand is responsible for our logo, as well as the Bowl of Duty bowling team logo, and we couldn't be happier with what's been produced. For more information, you can search Facebook for Blank Canvas, or you can email Blank Canvas at theallaboutnothing.com. That's BLNKCANVS at theallaboutnothing.com. You can find links in the Friends of the Pod section of our website. Visit theallaboutnothing.com. All right, welcome back to the All About Nothing podcast. You got Zac King, Trent Clark, as well as Keith here joining us. It is... okay, so just in going along with part of the week, we don't have to talk about this whole last segment, but just to go ahead and get into it. Israel is currently launching attacks on the Gaza Strip, which is mostly made up of Palestinians.
Now, can you tell me in detail a little bit what all that is about? Because I know I'm a little green to it.
And I'm not going to go totally into detail.
Yeah, I don't want you to go, but just,
go back to like
but
the
just for our
1940s.
listeners that probably understand,
Pretty much since after World War I, we created Israel.
Yeah.
And they've been fighting ever since.
And they're fighting over, in layman's terms, bullshit.
Yeah. Essentially, the latest skirmish that they're experiencing right now is Israel is in a constant state of trying to push Palestinians out of Gaza, mostly because they want the territory for Israelis.
Okay.
It's their promised land from Genesis.
It's eminent domain, but international standard kind of.
Minus the fact that Palestinians don't actually have a homeland, because no one will fight against the Israelis and say, "Hey, it's time for the Palestinians to be recognized with their own state." You know,
Palestine's not wrong in fighting any more than Israel's wrong in fighting.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
No, I absolutely agree. I have an unbelievable issue with the fact that Israel is. It's tiny. It is.
I mean, but it's on the beach, so is that what they want?
I don't even.
I understand, because people,
to them,
is that a beach? Is that a beach?
Yeah.
I understand what they're fighting over.
They can have Myrtle Beach, as far as I'm concerned.
Shit, I don't know.
The whole thing is that is the promised land for the Palestinians who are Islamic, and the Jewish people in Israel, the Israelites.
Okay.
Both are said to have this promised land. They have the Rock of Gibraltar as part.
Right.
There's an intersecting parts that are holy. There's parts
for every religion. Christianity, Islam, Muslim. Yeah, they're all intersecting in this one place. Okay. And currently it falls inside, I guess, of the Gaza Strip, where the Israelis want to get to it. And I have to believe that it is less to do with religion and more to do with, we just want these people out of our land.
But
it's a political move.
Yeah.
From, what's his name from Israel?
Netanyahu.
Right now? Netanyahu. He's being investigated for corruption. He's trying to show strength right now.
But it's you can listen to interviews from people on both sides. It's absolutely, especially on the Palestinian side, it's very much. I'll promise this is ours, and Richard Dawkins had a movie he made, a documentary he made, and he went over there, and the vitriol that both sides would speak during interviews made my stomach turn.
Yeah,
that this belief system is the main contributing factor, especially for Orthodox Jews, which is a lot of what Israel is.
Right.
I mean,
replenishing their numbers. That's
it is. It's been 40 years in the desert walking for that for Israel, for that promised land, like that kind of thing.
But it took the Americans and the British to actually bring it about after World War II.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Because the Germans obviously were trying to eradicate all the Jews.
Okay.
So.
as of this morning, Israeli airstrikes and ground troops have killed 188, including almost nearly 60 children. Basically, 2 weeks ago, Israeli
Way
forces,
over.
kill. Israeli forces began forcing residents out of their homes as part of the ever-expanding land grab that is Israel. In reaction, Hamas began attacking the forces as well as a few rockets attacks that never even reached their targets. All right, Hamas.
That's it.
No,
You're
Hamas.
right, Hamas.
When they launch rocket attacks against Israel, Israel has a what they call, what is it, the shield?
The Iron Dome.
Missile
Yeah.
dome.
Missile
It's
dome.
the Iron
Dome.
Whatever, yeah.
Essentially-
we've developed it. It's
Yeah,
a
it's
testing
out-
ground
yeah.
for us.
Yeah. So basically, any rockets that get launched into Israel, Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, whatever, they never even reach their targets. They don't reach the ground.
They're basically a bunch of
Intercepted
They
by
definitely, when
smaller
I looked at
missiles.
a couple pictures online, it definitely looks like fireworks.
Yes,
It's
essentially
what
when
it
they
is.
get.
It's a small missile calculated to intercept it, and then it explodes with a shrapnel. It's like a flying claymore, if you will.
But that
Okay.
shit can still hurt you too.
yeah.
Oh,
I
for
mean,
sure.
definitely, like you said, a flying claymore. Like,
But it's
I
sole
play Call of
purpose-
Duty. Yeah, I know what the fuck they do.
Its sole purpose is to destroy missiles.
Yeah.
Boom.
In retaliation, the attacks against Israel, much more advanced rockets are targeting assets in Gaza Strip, in Gaza City. Israeli defends their actions as they always do, with the "everyone hates us and attacks us always" is their excuse. And granted, Israel does not have an easy time being surrounded by Arabic countries, and ultimately there are a lot of people around them that find them to be unnecessary. I get it.
Okay.
Israel's always on the
Iran-
defense.
Iran's one of their biggest
Yeah.
enemies.
And you'll also always have people who blindly will side with Israel because you're of the Christian faith and
Right.
stuff like that. And I think that was a big part of Trump moving the
Yeah,
embassy
into-
And see, that's why I asked you, because I didn't know if that played a part into all
pissed
this.
them
It pissed people off. That's pretty much all it was
Okay.
about.
Okay.
And ultimately, I think the whole thing is unnecessary. I mean, I get it. I'm over here. I'm not.
You don't
I don't
I have a
live
very
there.
simple view of it, but
Yeah.
go
But
ahead.
No.
Israeli soldiers will like shoot Palestinians in the street.
Oh yeah.
just as crass and abrasive as anything the Palestinians do.
Yeah.
It's ruthless.
Basically, I look at it this way. Yes, the Palestinians are attacking Israel, but the Palestinians are attacking Israel in retaliation for what Israel is the Israeli troops are doing to try and clear out
Decades of
Palestinians.
suppression and,
Yeah.
and land grabs.
I mentioned it before the show. In my opinion, it is apartheid. You basically have a situation where the Israeli government sees Palestinians as a lesser people,
Yeah.
and they want them gone. Even though technically Gaza is one of the regions in that area that has been designated as Palestinian land for now, the Israelis just want to kick them out.
They don't care because the only reason why they have that ability is because of our backing.
Agreed.
My view on Israel is it's the United States version or China has North Korea. We have Israel. That's it's the same difference.
Yeah.
It's the other side of the coin.
And
I agree.
There was a thing, I believe it was Vice, that I watched where a Palestinian-born American was over in Israel living there, because that happens. The Palestinians do live in Israel at times. But this little girl, this Jewish little girl and her father were walking down the street, and he was on like a Zoom thing, like recording his own type of podcast.
Yeah.
And the little girl could tell that he was not Jewish, that he was not Israeli. And had all these, I'm talking like 8 years old, had all these, you're dirty, you're the bad guy. And then the father came up and he's like, yeah, she's right. Like,
Brainwashing, man.
yeah. Like,
Just like racism was back in the day.
and this guy is
Or now.
dumbfounded because he even told this
Yeah,
little girl, he goes,
exactly.
why do you hate me? She's like, you're Palestinian.
Yeah.
And then he's like, but you don't know me at all. It's pure racism. It's just, it's an apartheid, like you were talking about.
Yeah, and ultimately, I cannot believe that where we recognize South Africa, I say we, the United States recognized South Africa as an
epitome of
apartheid.
oppression in the
Yeah.
80s.
I mean,
but
That
could
was the apartheid.
But is it to the point where, like, okay, like over here with racism, it's clearly like skin difference. Like, do these people look exactly alike?
a lot of them look very similar. Except
It's geographical differences at this point.
You don't live amongst that type of people.
They couldn't just look at you and be like, "Yo, you're a Palestinian."
it depends on what he's wearing.
There they can.
Yeah, there
the
they
cultural differences will only make that distinction.
I'm just saying, like, if we was in normal clothes, but all you seen was skin.
It'd be hard to tell at that point.
Facial-
If they were dressed alike,
Yeah.
it would be hard to tell. But from outside perspective,
Yeah.
Inside,
Now-
they know.
Okay.
Yeah.
exactly.
Israelis and Palestinians know that.
Just
you're
like
one or the
people
other.
from you got people from New York,
Yeah.
either from Brooklyn or you're from the Bronx.
I got
If
you.
that same
I
thing,
got
or
you.
Long Island, they're from the same damn area, but they can tell between
Yeah.
each other.
Difference.
Except the Bronx aren't trying to push into Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
sometimes.
No, that's a great metaphor.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. That makes sense. That
We're from
definitely makes sense.
Queens.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
I'm dumbfounded by the fact that I get that right now the U.S. under the current president, the current administration, that Biden is seeming to try and make some strides with the UK to try and push for a ceasefire. Ultimately, I think that for the United States, the time has come, and I get that Christians are going to be up in arms about it. And
they've been up in arms since they've existed. So what?
I get so tired of seeing people switching out their Facebook, whatever their profiles with these I support Israel, or I stand with Israel, and it's like
They don't know the true history. They just
No.
know what they're being told to.
yeah,
Israel's where
indoctrinated.
Jesus was. Let's do that.
right. Except that
I don't disbelieve.
It's
Bible.
hard.
mind-numbing.
It's hard.
I
Yeah,
mean,
get-
we
I
got
just-
Zach
I-
here, so I mean,
I
if you
just-
do, it's up to you. You know what I'm saying?
I question facts and history.
yeah.
I got you.
In relation to it, you know.
I've been in the church all my life, and I've been questioned.
I understand, brother. I got you.
But it's just it's
I just don't want you to feel like you're on an island right now.
Oh man, no, I'm not on. I'm telling you, man, me doing this here with Zach definitely gives me a good perspective.
Growing up with this man, he was.
devout.
It was in him. Yeah,
But it's
he
not
was in
even
it.
to the point where it's like I don't agree with stuff. It's like good questions.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? That's all it is.
And as human beings, we should be willing to
Ask good questions.
We should be willing to ask questions, and those people you're asking the questions of should be willing to answer them. If they are
with
that
a sensible argument.
yeah, if they're that ingrained in it, have intelligent conversation.
Yeah.
Don't just say, well, God doesn't like the fact that you're questioning it. How do
Yeah.
you?
Well, the thing is, someone put it a perfect way is when you ask that kind of question, people who instantly go into the defensive already know what you just said won't hold up to their worldview.
Right.
And it shakes it. And that's terrifying. And I'm not saying that's like you need to get over it. That's to question a fundamental belief that your parents, that your great-grandparents that have gone for tens of decades or whatever, hundreds of years. It's a big thing to sit back and go. Like I had a conversation with my mom earlier. I said, I'm kind of like a drop of oil living in South Carolina in water.
Yeah.
I'm sitting right there. There's some other drops of oil that you can link up with groups and
Political view speaking, I understand. Yeah.
Or religiously.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I'm
mostly.
meaning it religiously. It's like
Oh, okay,
I
all
can't
right.
go. I can't go to talk to somebody outside of this room for the most part and
Yeah.
Sure.
say my beliefs, because the person who thinks logically asks somebody who's devout, and I'm not saying they're dumb, but they look at me like I'm crazy.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Right.
And when you get that look in someone's eye, like you're like, yeah, I don't believe in that, and they're like, what?
Well. To piggyback off what you said, I think it's because we're in a new millennium as far as like our grandparents didn't grow up with the internet.
Oh no.
So now you got to think in 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, you got to think the views of people will definitely change because the internet is around.
I would hope, but
I mean, it's going to happen. It's going to have to happen.
But look at what the internet provided us on January 6th. I mean, look what the internet continues to provide us with these ridiculous ideas.
But either way, there's still going to be the truth is still out there, and it's up for you to search it. It's not like they're hiding it from you now. It's out there. You got to search for it.
Did y'all watch the documentary, the Q documentary on HBO?
I did not.
I have not yet.
That dude
Turn on
found
the QAnon?
yeah,
Okay.
the guy found who Q was.
Did he?
It took a long time of like talking. It's the guy who runs 8chan.
Oh, the guy that ran 8chan was Q.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
What is that?
8chan was
It's-
like the dark web down here.
Reddit,
Like lower.
Yeah.
Retarded stepbrother.
It's where
It's
people,
4chan's here, 8chan's here.
Yeah, Reddit got moderated hard, so they created 4chan.
Right.
4chan got way too disgusting and they shut it down.
Yeah.
And then there's 8chan, which is it's not hosted here in America. It's they are over in the Philippines. That's where that's where the guy lives. He's an American too, but it's we're the lowest of the low. Openly racist people be openly racist. Like
I mean, it's kind of hard not to point.
Remember Faces of Death?
To connect Q with
that
being
kind
racist.
of thing.
Faces of Death, no.
It's like they would people used to do it in high school. You could pull up people got hit in the head with a helicopter blade or something.
Okay.
Or just discuss
Kind of like
kind of
World
stuff that
Star
you'd
before
find.
World
Yeah,
Star.
that's I've never been on 8chan, but
seeing executions from the Middle
yes,
East and stuff.
stuff
Okay.
like that.
I've actually been
It's
there
that
just to see.
it's that low level.
just 'cause you have to see.
Yeah, just like carnal
Sometimes.
disgustingness. And,
Yeah, it's.
I
Awful.
definitely put World Star with that.
But that's where Q drops his
little
information,
nuggets.
and now you have Marjorie Greene Taylor, who's a
my
congresswoman, believing these things that are dropped through
Right.
8chan. And it turns out, like at the end of it, he does. Spoiler alert: the guy slips up. There's a certain pin that Donald Trump uses all the time, and
Okay.
he's known for this pin. The
It
guy
looks like a marker, right?
yeah.
Sharpie.
Yeah.
No, Sharpie.
No, but
It's an exquisite. It's an exquisite.
Here's a
film.
really big ass
Target.
pen that
Yeah.
he uses for some
Yeah,
reason
yeah.
on his signature,
It's
and
a-
I've seen it.
It's a very expensive pin.
Okay.
The guy who runs 8chan, his dad is a massive pin collector.
Uh-huh.
And so at first, when the guy was interviewing the dad who actually paid for 4chan to all the servers and
Yeah.
stuff, he was like, "This is weird because he has these pins, these super expensive pins. Because when Q would do drops, the pin would be part of it to prove like that I'm not lying. Hey, I'm
Right.
This is
I'm
on
connected to the
yeah.
president.
This is on his desk. This is Trump's pin.
Wow.
Like and so at first he thought it was the dad, and then through his more digging, it was the son.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the dad was just basically bragging, like, yeah, you know.
No, the dad is just a creep and weird dude who loves pins. I guess that's a fix for somebody out there. I don't
There's
know.
a fix for
weird.
everything, dude. Don't
That's
be surprised
weird.
what you find, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're lighter collectors.
Yeah,
Exactly.
dude. Like, good for you. I called him creepy. That's kind of judgmental, but I'm just someone who
An odd
collects
thing
pins.
to collect from your perspective.
My mom collects little spoons with the traveling.
Okay, my mom collects shot glasses.
My
Gabrielle
stepfather
Everywhere
does-
she's
does
been,
shot
she has a shot glass.
Keith does the Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, and my stepfather he does the beer steins. I mean,
Beer steins.
everybody has their own thing. I
Everybody
guess.
does.
Oh, I got nothing.
You don't collect?
I
You don't
don't-
collect anything?
No.
I don't think I collect anything. I
You
want to.
lame-o.
Honestly, no.
You have no life.
I have so many Braves hats.
Well, then there you go.
I have so many Braves hats. I probably and now I'm adding more jerseys to it. So now I have multiple jerseys.
Sports memorabilia.
Yeah,
there you go.
I don't think I could.
So you
go-
do have a fix.
You
don't
No,
feel like you do have a fix.
No,
but
I was.
you're like, yo, it's not
was
that
being-
bad. And then
I
you
was
got
being a
like
joke.
80,000
Yeah.
jerseys. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
to-
just, just a little room.
It's
To
uncomfortable.
be a collector, you don't have to have all of everything.
Yeah.
You just have to have the enthusiasm to collect that
So
stuff.
since you were Dragon Ball Z,
Yes.
did you
yes.
do Pokemon?
I dabbled with the cards when they first were around, but I didn't stick to it.
Me
I mean,
neither.
I didn't hate
Not
on
to-
it, but I didn't stick to it.
Not to get off of it, but I'm going to tell him what you think, and he'll agree with you. I'm willing to bet.
What's
Oh,
that?
let me just ask him. Can I ask him?
Yeah.
Well, let him ask me.
Okay. Out of all the Dragon Ball Z characters, who was black?
Who's Black Piccolo? That's easy.
Okay, out of all the Dragon Ball Z characters, which one is the most racist character out of all Dragon Ball
Frieza.
Z?
He's
No.
calling the fucking the Saiyans monkeys.
No.
That just might. All right, fine. Tell me. Don't tell me Goku. or
Mr.
something.
Popo.
Mr. Popo.
That is blackface.
Okay,
That is
so
blackface,
you're
sir.
saying races in the creative
depiction,
aspect,
yeah.
Creative aspect.
not the character
Not
qualities.
the character, no.
Okay.
No.
You're right.
Do you agree with that?
I'll give you that.
Okay. They didn't give him no powers.
He has big old.
All his job was to stay at the fucking top.
He served. He served
And wait.
He was a butler.
Yeah, he was Tommy's butler. He was.
All right, I'll give you that one from that aspect.
Man, that throws another. That's true.
Yeah.
He was just Kami's butler.
Yeah, man.
Now Frieza was like KKK races against Saiyans.
Saiyans,
but-
yeah.
I can see that. I can see that.
But that's a very good point of view from a different angle.
Seeing from a guy that's never seen any Dragon Ball Z before in my life, they showed me a picture of Mr.
Mr. Popo,
Popo.
yeah.
Yeah, and you're
And
like,
I-
oh my god.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, no, that checks.
Yeah, when I brought the sticker pack, Trent's like, I bet there ain't no Mr. Popo in here, and I was like, there's not. Not
Is
even
it just because
one.
it didn't come?
no,
in the
they're
package?
not giving those stickers, man. They know know what time it is.
I don't even
It's
think.
Popo.
I don't even think he was in Dragon Ball Super. Like even.
I can't recall. That's
I
not
think
one of my
he's just
favorite
gone.
sagas.
What
I think
happened
they
I
like
did watch it,
shift
but-
them out. They're like, yo, everybody forget about.
If he
Popo.
did, he was in like for maybe 5 minutes here
the
or there.
Japanese came around to that one. They're like, apparently Americans don't like that.
But I tell you what, if you have any interest in a cartoon, Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
It's on Hulu.
Okay.
It is absolutely amazing.
Okay.
Artwork, everything about it.
Demon Slayer.
I know Barrett's like, all right, guys, come
No,
on.
no, no,
let's
no,
move-
please.
Yeah,
I-
No, Barrett.
There
no.
are plenty of people out there that watch
I like
it.
anime,
I'm
I'm
not gonna knock it.
I don't dive.
Okay,
into
what
all
was
the
your
weird
first
ones.
anime that you watched? That you
First
remember
anime
watching?
I watched was Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Really?
My dad
Yeah.
used to wake me up on Saturday and we would watch
I
Dragon
watched
Ball.
Dragon Ball after Dragon Ball Z, but
Like
it was
even
Dragon Ball
first
Z.
cartoon ever?
Oh, first cartoon ever was Looney Tunes, man. I mean, well, you know,
Speaking of racist,
but you know, whatever. But one of my other good ones early was Yu Yu Hakusho. You know, if you ever watched that,
He's a spirit detective.
it's great. It's
Spirit
great.
Detective.
That's artwork, and the artwork is great. The artwork is what really got me into the whole thing.
Okay.
Because
But they're still using illustrations. What I fool with. I haven't in a while, but regardless, they're still using where they're flipping papers and making the animation.
So speaking of flipping papers, did you go from magazines like the comics to cartoons, or did you always just go straight to cartoons?
If I ever got a comic as a kid, it was strictly because I liked the illustrations.
Facts.
And fundamentally, that was where my interest went.
Yeah.
see, I went to Spider-Man for the stories.
Mine was I went to Spider-Man for the pictures.
See, Zach's all about
I was like,
Spider-Man, though.
I love Spider-Man.
Spider-Man was
I
the
do
first
too.
actual magazine that I had. Like
I got you.
yeah.
You know, the thing about being a kid is getting your mom to take you to go get the next issue,
Yeah.
and stuff, and that was a pain. So I would have like it'd be like a 5-run series. And
Boy, do you know how much 19.99 is?
Oh,
19.99, mom.
$2.50.
yeah, $2.50, like $1.95 sometimes.
I would pay for subscription for a year of like Wolverine or the Amazing Spider-Man or something like that.
So did you just throw those away?
No, I've got them all in my.
So you're a
closet.
collector. You lied again.
No,
Barrett.
but I didn't think about it.
He don't
I didn't,
lie, he ain't
I didn't
recognize
think
himself.
about it. Yes, but I haven't collected comics in years.
I
So
was-
you got like first edition Wolverines? Is what you're saying?
You
No,
have to
they're
look-
reprints. Of
You probably have first editions of comics that nobody cares about.
the
If I was going to collect
Yes.
a whole set of comics,
You
it'd be
remember
Todd McFarlane's
back in
Spawn.
the '90s, they did a series with the X-Men where Legion went back in time and killed Xavier, and it started basically an entire series of all of the X-Men comics of like a what if, but it was an entire series long.
And when you were in 92, 93, you were around when Jim Lee redid
Sure.
the X-Men, and you could go like, I have a issue 1 of Jim Lee's first X-Men. It's not that rare if they made 6 million
Yeah.
copies of
Yeah, I
it.
guess,
So people always think like, but it's a first edition, and that is like, if people are buying millions
Yeah.
of copies, it's not the Death of Superman, for an example.
Well, that was such an awful.
It was dumb because
What a waste of time.
you bring superheroes back, they're never
Yeah, they
truly
can always come back.
But that comic book is like, it was a one of a kind thing because you just killed the unkillable. That's what the big deal was. Everybody bought a copy. There's people who have unopened versions of it.
Yeah.
$30.
Yeah, and ultimately the problem I have with that particular time they killed Superman. Well, they've killed him again, haven't they?
Yes.
Yeah. So the problem I have with it is after Superman died, they brought in like 5 Supermans, and then some of those Supermans
Mullet
were
Superman.
Yeah, some of them weren't good. Like, like not from the aspect of the story was bad, but like Superman was bad. Like, or not like a bad guy, but just not a
Bizarro,
yeah.
you got Bizarro Superman, which I always he's literally,
Is that why Venom came around?
No, Venom and Carnage
that's
are
Marvel.
aliens.
Okay.
Yeah, they're symbiotes.
Yeah, symbiotes. that's
They just
right.
dropped that trailer. Did you watch that?
I did.
Yeah.
That looks fantastic.
Maximum
Carnage is one of my favorite bad guys outside of the Joker.
Yeah.
I don't know how this one's gonna be, but I like that they took the wig off that was in the early trailers for Woody Harrelson. And
Okay.
He just has red hair now.
Okay.
Woody Harrelson would play the perfect Venom too.
Oh, he's Carnage.
Or Carnage, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Tom
What's
Hardy.
Tom Hardy is going to be. He's back to be.
Good.
I love that because Venom spoke, the symbiote itself did speak in
Yes.
the comics, but in this one they're making it hilarious. Like
Yeah.
he will pop out and he's like, "There's no ice cream. When's it coming in?" And then Venom's like, "I want to eat Mrs. Chang."
Yeah.
And he's like,
Can't eat Mrs. Chang.
Yeah.
Yeah. That does look fantastic. That's going to be. I think I look forward to going back to.
Are you going back to movies, actual movies, or are you hitting with HBO Max?
Sir, I am fully vaccinated.
We have all three of us are.
I mean, yeah, I'm out. Not yet.
You not one yet.
Not yet.
Is there a reason why? And you can be honest.
It's
We're not
really
gonna judge.
timing.
Timing. Okay.
It really is timing.
I think it happened too fast, huh?
Nah, it's just like when I get off of work, as soon as I'm off of work, I have to watch my son.
Yeah.
So it's not like I can just go
It's
to
a scheduling conflict.
Yeah,
for you.
it's
not
like
okay.
I'm gonna get there, but since all y'all are vaccinated,
You're good right
I'm
now,
good.
right?
I'm in the safest spot that I could be.
Trent's like, if I have to do this goddamn podcast, I'd be going and get my vaccination right now.
Facts.
Columbia Place is open 20 every single
7
day,
to 7
days a
Well,
week.
I got mine out of Walgreens. So
There you go.
Oh wow.
CVS. hooked
What
me
you
up.
get? You got Pfizer?
Yeah, the Pfizer, the double shot.
Moderna.
Yeah.
Moderna. How did I had Moderna?
Wait. The Pfizer's the one that has 2 shots.
Yeah, Moderna's 2
Moderna's
shots
2
too.
Yeah, that's. Oh, I didn't know that.
Johnson
Okay,
and
I forgot
Johnson
about
is
that.
the one shot.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
one of the plebes with a Johnson and Johnson
Oh,
shot.
shut the hell
Running
up,
around
man.
65%.
That super rare blood clotting.
No, I'm talking about
Okay,
it's covered
but let's
percentage.
speaking of this, like, okay, everybody is walking around like everybody is 100% vaccinated.
Well,
it's
no,
a lot of
right.
people that do not wear masks.
I'm gonna
they
be
don't
honest.
give a
I went to
shit.
the. I went.
They
to
don't
the,
give a.
I went to
No,
the Fireflies.
not at all.
I went to the Fireflies game last night, and sitting in my seats, I did not wear a mask, and ultimately, I walked out not wearing a mask.
You don't have to.
That is according to the CDC and the National Institute
Didn't
of
they
Health.
just start that?
And the
Yes.
governor order.
Well, yeah, but our
That
governor.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Foghorn Leghorn say like
Master.
Foghorn
Yeah.
Leghorn come out and be like that bulldog.
He just took away what's the unemployment benefits?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not effective immediately, but it's working.
June
He's
1st,
he's rushing
June or
that
1st,
one.
July.
Shit, we're
Yeah.
out of May almost. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he's
close.
rushing it.
The federal government can come in and stop whatever they want.
Right.
Man, but look, man, they got them quarterly. They know what the money they missed out. They was like, oh fuck,
They
no.
passed the abortion. They passed the abortion bill, and the federal judge was like,
Yeah. they put a stop to that real quick.
Yeah, the
Well, that's a
heartbeat
good
bill.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And ultimately, we did get. Have we instituted the firing squads back into?
Yes, that is
so,
a
So
thing
it
right
is.
now.
That is a
I
law.
thought they shot it down.
No.
Oh
it's a
Lord,
thing.
no! Are you kidding? Gun sales went up through the roof. People
Right.
think they can
and
join the
just
firing
to
squad.
say, we talked
Yeah.
about it before we recorded, but the meme where they said it's finally good to see them shoot people after they're proven guilty.
Right? Yeah. After they've been judged by a
Yeah, that's
by
crazy
a-
as
by-
fuck.
And
group of
I
peers.
think we might have touched on it before, but how they used to do firing squads was one person had.
Yeah,
the
there was
bullet.
one round.
How are you going to do it now?
Yeah, they're all gonna have rounds because I
So how many people in this firing squad we're
There
talking
was-
about?
I think
4 or
it's-
5. It's
yeah.
an odd number, I believe, actually. so 5.
Or you can just
I believe.
you could have like there's a guy who throws a switch for the electric chair, and there's a
Right.
guy who presses a button for the. So
It's
there's-
got to be somebody that can walk up and just shoot you in the head one time and end it.
You
they
would
don't
be that
they,
guy?
They aim for your chest. when
Yeah,
they do that.
it's a chest shot.
It's a chest shot.
Yeah.
They go for your heart.
Whoa!
Whoa, whoa! I thought it was like straight like
want
killed
instant-
like I want
instant
instant
death.
death.
No-
Like you
no
not,
feeling.
It's not about
bro. The pain
It's not about humanity. This
They
is about
shoot you
killing.
in the chest.
in
this
the
is-
chest, bro. That's
this is-
that's crazy.
This
That
is
is crazy.
ultimately
That's crazy.
the answer to they can't get a hold of the lethal
right.
injection medications. So people sit on death row for years and years and years
But
and
is
years
it-
because
Because
they
the
can't get a
Europeans
hold
don't
of it.
want to make it for us anymore.
Well, because it
doesn't
by
work.
definition. It not only doesn't work, it is cruel and unusual.
Yeah.
I mean, you have people.
So
that
you saying
convulse.
the lethal injection is worse than getting shot in the chest?
They're all bad.
Oh,
this
okay,
this
okay.
idea that you killed somebody, so we're going to kill you back, to me is insane.
Yeah, that is insane. I feel you.
I have unbelievable.
well, there's
issue
no
with it.
life value in that.
Yeah,
you don't really prove anything.
and
either.
not only that,
Yeah, no,
if
you're just satisfying a primal need of vengeance.
he
yeah.
probably wanted to die anyway.
if you're going to send somebody to prison. We still call them correctional facilities, but there's no correcting being done.
It's crime school.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's you figure out how to do shit like we were talking about making that mashed potatoes in the bag with the
Yeah,
chips.
yeah.
That's you learn how to you learn how to make like kung pao chicken in a pouch in prison, and then you're out in the real world forgetting how food tastes and shit.
toilet wine.
Toilet wine.
Yeah.
Let's
What
go
they
to
call it,
prison.
pooch.
If I was in
I think it's
prison,
called
I'd be
pooch.
drinking the hell out of it.
The movie Let's Go to Prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all seen that with Dak?
I
Dak
haven't
No, I
Shepard?
haven't seen it, but
gotta watch
I seen Orange is the New Black, and they make that pooch.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. That's true. Yeah,
That was a
ultimately,
decent show. I'll give you that. I like
I
that
fuck with
show.
Orange is the New Black.
I don't understand a state that has all these claims about being part of this movement to secure life and make sure that life is lasting and
then you're doing the firing squad.
As soon as they're babies, that's the point at which they're like they can
don't
convict them for a crime that would put
they're
them
now
on death
taxable
row.
at
Right?
that point.
Yeah.
If you grow up and you turn out atheist, gay, or transgender, we're going to shoot you with the firing squad when you commit a crime.
Unless you're in California and just run for governor.
Yeah, there you go.
What's
Caitlyn Jenner?
Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah, man. Who's voting?
Who? What the fuck?
Who's
We
voting?
can't. If we could, she still wouldn't.
Hey,
do it.
hey,
I even
hey,
said
look,
she, too.
look. If you want to be real,
Is she not an indigenous?
I agree with her.
On
In
which
what-
on
in
what?
what
On
regard?
which
The women can't-
On the
What is
women
trans?
can't be. I mean, the transgender men can't be in women's sports. She said it.
She did.
She's a transgender,
Biologically,
and she is the person that needs to say it.
there is a biological difference between men and women.
Like, bro, a
And
woman
muscle
cannot
strength
be
contest,
cannot be in boxing classes against a grown man.
Yeah, no, I don't have any issue with that. But
It's certain sports,
I think though,
wrestling,
You're not wrong.
There's chicks out there, Ronda Rousey would beat the hell out of all of us in this room.
but it doesn't matter,
That's
bro.
an exception to the rule.
Bro, did you
First
see
of all-
that one chick that like knocked? She like, it's like one chick in I think it's MMA, and she like cracked skulls.
Ronda Rousey or something like that?
No, it's another chick.
Here's the issue I have with Caitlyn Jenner giving her opinion on women in
Everything's
sports.
after the fact.
Yeah, she's no longer in sports.
right.
Of course.
She did not make her transition, even though she said that she
But do
would
you
have
really
years
think
and
she
years
would
ago.
have? You think she would have ran?
I think her
against the
opinion
women?
would. I think her opinion would have been different
If she did it during-
if she had done her if she
But
had done
she
her
won a
transition
gold
then.
medal as a man, so I don't feel like it.
Yeah,
I
but-
feel like she could have still been a transgender man. I mean, woman,
Well, the
and
thing
still
is-
could have beat all the men.
That's the
I don't
thing
know.
is, she
That's two
could
different
have.
people.
Huh?
You said as a man.
Yeah,
What I-
she's-
what-
she's-
Bruce
she's-
If she wants to be as Caitlyn, I feel like she probably could have still won that that gold.
Physically speaking, that's the point. She could have, and being competing with people that are not as strong.
So if
as,
she would have went to the
Damn,
girls
or her.
as she won a gold, like that would have been like astronomical record.
But we're talking about a hypothetical that didn't happen,
I
and
mean, I
there
feel you.
aren't that many transgendered women that are competing with natural born women. It's just not happening.
they're
There's
working
not-
on it. There's
Yeah.
some that want to, but that's all a gray area, and there's
I would-
exceptions to the rule.
If
for
I
that.
if I managed a baseball team and there's a chick out there who can pitch 95 miles an hour
Excuse me.
fastball and has control,
Bro, baseball is one of the sports I feel like they can play. That's one of the golf. That's a sport that you can
Basketball.
basketball. No,
I'm gonna be completely honest.
I ain't gonna say basketball.
I watch women's basketball. I do not see nearly as much crying as I do with men's basketball.
I mean that you're probably just
What
looking at
about
LeBron,
soccer? I
but you
think
know
soccer
that's
could
all
do
part of the act. LeBron's a
Yeah,
genius.
I'm just thinking.
Genius.
He's a genius.
I think women's soccer compete with men's soccer.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's certain sports that I do agree, but football, boxing,
No,
I
man.
think you need to leave it open to be like,
If they want to do it,
Do it,
yeah.
yeah.
Here's
Here's a tryout.
Here's a form. You can't sue.
yeah, you
whatever.
gotta wait. You gotta hit a waiver.
waiver.
If this
that,
linebacker-
But the
This
MMA is
linebacker
letting
can
that
take your
shit
head
go
off.
through.
yeah.
They're letting that shit
Yeah,
go.
they
through.
MMA is human cockfighting.
Yeah,
so
they've been. We've been.
I
paying to
enjoy
watch
watching
them.
it, but it's the reality of it.
Yeah.
And they don't get paid.
No,
MMA
like
fighters
that.
do not get paid
not like
they're
they
supposed
need
to.
to be.
Well,
no.
That's someone we should get on here.
Do that.
Alexa.
Oh yeah, definitely.
She fought MMA and she was good at it.
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
She could tell us the ups and downs in that and what she thinks. We need to talk
Yeah,
to her.
definitely.
Well, all I'll say is Caitlyn Jenner is something.
Get on that.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% that before she transitioned. I'm not 100% she was all there before. I mean, Bruce Jenner.
That house she was going crazy in.
There was
Yeah, you're
there
in
was
the-
clearly some issues upstairs with Bruce, and I'm not saying that's why he made the transition. He wasn't comfortable as a man, and she is now comfortable as a woman. I am perfectly fine with that. That does not bother
And
me in the least.
none of us have been in those shoes.
Agreed.
Nope.
But when she was interviewed about her potential running for governor in California, she did make the comment that she did not vote in the 2020 election because she didn't see any of the
Candidates.
The candidate. Well, she didn't find it interesting.
Gotcha.
There weren't any propositions that she was interested in voting on. So
Would she be
didn't
Republican
vote.
or Democrat?
She's a
She's
Republican.
Republican.
I kind of figured.
But
Republicans need that.
But what happened is your voting records are public.
Right.
I can look to see you voted. I can't
Right.
see who you voted for, but I can see that you voted. Caitlyn Jenner showed up on November 3rd and voted last year. So Did she know that she voted?
She lied.
Yeah, I have to assume that she lied. But I also kind of want to assume that because of like her mental status, that there's the potential that she didn't lie. She just doesn't.
Didn't even remember that she voted.
She ran over somebody as well. So.
Yes, that is true.
I remember that. An accident, something, yeah.
Murdered somebody and.
Well, you got to become,
Ultimately, in the end,
Money talks, right?
I think.
Yeah.
I don't think any of this going on in California is actually going to have anything to do except spending a bunch of money on a recount election.
That's the way they turn. That's the way
recall.
they turn California red again.
It's not going to happen.
Let me tell you that. No,
I don't believe it
ever.
But
California is always.
But
gonna be
if
blue
it
line.
comes to the LGBTQ community,
As
they
long
will
as-
change some rules
as
in
long as-
California. If they will.
Texas is going to turn blue before
Yeah.
California turns
As
blue.
long
see
as you
that
have
too.
38 million people voting in California, that California will be blue.
Let me tell you this. This is the thing, too. We're talking as adults, adult transgendered people playing sports, right? Like that 40-year-old dude who's playing basketball with women.
Yeah.
And see, I just misnumbered that. But it's...
regardless,
Yeah.
you're human, you make a mistake.
The
go for
problem
it.
I'm having is when there are children, I do believe, who are like 9 years old and don't feel right, and you take them to a psychologist and they express that they feel like they're a girl or whatever,
Right.
and they want to play middle school
Right.
sports. They want to play high school sports, and they're getting estrogen treatments and stuff. And now these like Arkansas and stuff and like Missouri are stopping that. Man, I was in tears last weekend talking to my mom about it because if I had to see another father sit up there and defend their child because like
they feel a certain way.
yeah, like it's my kid. My kid is a girl. This is a girl.
Yeah.
And now you're alienating them in a situation for them that's weird, for everyone that's weird.
Yeah.
They have no business in making law based on that
It's a kid
issue.
And kids are, there's going to be big kids. There's going to be when you're in middle school, girls are usually bigger than dudes. Anyway, I mean,
you got a point. I mean, they do mature faster than guys.
yeah, and so and especially when you're undergoing that like estrogen therapy and stuff like that, your body is going to change to be more
Right.
feminine,
Right.
And or if you're going the other way, you're going to be more masculine.
Yeah.
That I think it's completely fair to let these kids play that sport, and that if you want an answer of how it's going to work out in the long run, you need to continue to let the young children who are transgender kids move along in this process.
Let
and see
observation
how it
speak
goes.
for itself.
Right.
Right.
It's not. I don't want to call it an experiment, but it is
It's
survey
technically
the
gonna
data.
be, Yeah.
This is how it's going to go. You need to
Yeah.
quit having bigoted people, bodies of government and states wreck it for children.
Agreed. Agreed.
Bunch
You
of
can't.
old men.
You can't claim to be a station. You can't claim to be a nation that recognizes freedom and stuff like that, and then have them actually go,
Yeah.
and then basically just tear apart people's lives because it doesn't fit with your norms,
Right.
not yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's the 21st century, baby.
Yeah.
Or I mean, we're moving in weird directions, but you need to learn to change. We talked about that today. People don't like change. Change is a fearful thing.
Well,
Let change happen, and then you go back and go, that didn't work, or that worked wonderfully. Aren't we glad that?
yeah.
happened?
To
I just don't want to see
improve-
nobody get hurt, man. That's just
Yeah.
what it is.
I agree.
That's my end from. Of
Know
it.
what
I
you're
don't want to see
signing
nobody.
up for.
I mean, I guess, but you don't know what you're signing up for until that punch hits you. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ultimately I think people just need to be allowed to do what they want to do what they want to do within the constraints of course, society.
Social
But
decency.
yeah, if
There's chicks out there who would take a sack from Jadeveon Clowney better than I would.
I don't
What?
think I'm gonna ever take a sack from.
I'm just
Jadeveon
saying, if you
Clowney.
line it up,
with
Zach,
any-
Zach, you've been taking a couple sacks today.
Good
on this-
response.
there's no way.
I'm gonna pull a Trent. No homo.
Oh, yeah.
That's all you got to say, man. That's how you get out of it. No homo.
That's tough. Sorry, Zach. That's all right.
That's what she said.
You know, let's just hope this week will be a better week. Let's see a ceasefire in the Middle East. That would be fantastic.
Drive carefully.
What? Well, yeah, of course. Anything you want to see this week?
This week I just want to see gas go down to normal prices.
I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Keith, you got anything you want to see this week?
I'd like to see a raise, but that's ain't gonna happen.
Oh, speaking of, I got.
Hey, if you got
We're on
promotion,
board.
rock and roll.
Yeah.
I just progression. That's really it.
Yeah,
You know,
that'd be
if we can
fantastic.
move forward and keep that pace.
Brick
That'd
by
be
brick.
fantastic.
Brick
you wanna
by
see?
brick. What do I want to see?
Yeah.
Whatever vehicle I'm getting next, and no more blue lights and collisions.
There you go.
Get the 4-door Prius. I see it. I
But
see you in it right now.
I'm not going back to. I'm not going
He's
back
not
to
going
Prius.
back to a Prius.
Gas mileage, man.
I'll go get a Chevy Bolt.
Okay.
There you go. Or the Ford. What's the Mustang? The E.
I'm not going into that.
Man,
kind
go
of
to
debt.
Tesla, man. You might as well.
Yeah, look
You
at,
might as well.
I'm not money back over here. I
It's
promise.
okay, man. You can finance.
Here's a waiting list for that. Right now.
Yeah, $50,000 financed. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's rough. All right. As always, special thanks to Neek the Geek, our engineer and producer, as well as owner and operator of G.O.T. Sound Studio here in Columbia, South Carolina. Want to book anytime? Call 803-243-2302 or email gotsounds at theallaboutnothing.com. 2-hour minimum on bookings. You can find details on Facebook. Just search for GOT Sounds. Also, if you're enjoying what you're listening to, and we enjoy doing it,
Hit that little subscribe button.
yeah, definitely subscribe. We're on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, YouTube, Pandora Podcast, Google Podcasts, TuneIn Radio, all of those. There's some other ones in there. I just didn't list them. But if you're really enjoying this, please consider going to our website, theallaboutnothing.com, and clicking on that little Patreon link and becoming a member of the show. Join up. You can find details on how to become a supporter or an enhanced supporter. There's actually a coffee mug out there. If you become a super enhanced supporter or something like that, you can
Get a gift.
Yeah, there's the potential of picking that up. So
And when one of us writes a book, if you're a Patreon for long enough, we'll send you a signed copy.
yeah, exactly. Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely give you a signed copy.
Yeah,
I got to get my football signature out again. I've been practicing it.
Y'all put words on paper. Me and Zach, we can do some illustrations.
There you go.
Oh, say less.
That'll
Say
work.
less.
So thank you very much, Keith, for joining us today.
Thank you, guys, for
Thank
having
you,
me.
Zach. Thank you, Trent. As always, stay safe. Continue to wear your masks and get yourself vaccinated. And Zach,
Have a week.